Hey, how's it going, everybody? I know this is probably the first time I've ever done a recording on anything, so bear with me. Obviously, I'm not the most loquacious of people here, but I felt like I should maybe start doing this from time to time. I've been streaming for let's see, this is going to go on to my third year here, coming up here this summer, so it's been enjoyable. But I always want to try to do something new. So, figured, call it a New Year's resolution, but I figured there'd be a point, maybe I should start making recordings of things, about my thoughts, feelings, about certain games. And, this game kind of inspired me to do that, so this is my first recording on this, just laying it all out there. I think I said my piece when I was streaming not too long ago about how I feel about this game, and obviously I really loved it. I mean, I played the game on the PSP back in the day. It was fun and enjoyable, but it was also quickly kind of almost forgettable. And, I guess that, to me, kind of sums up how I feel about this game now, because I'm having a hard time forgetting about it. It's enough that I want to make a recording on it. So, I mean, the fact that they did that, to me personally, I mean, that means the game really, really improved in ways that, most remasters don't do. Being able to, just reflesh this world out. I mean, they basically stripped it down to its foundations and just built it back up. And, yeah, I mean, that's really kind of impressive. Yeah, Jim Drop Studios, I guess, is the people that redid this. I've read up on them a little bit. I guess that the CEO of this company was once a part of Tri-Ace in some capacity. So they were probably around when this game was made. Or maybe that was what inspired him to get get involved with Tri-Ace themselves. So, I mean, that's kind of impressive. So obviously there was going to be a lot of care and love being poured into this game, because yeah, I think this is probably I mean, they've been around a while, but I almost feel like this was probably Tri-Ace's peak for the most part, this range here. Maybe some people would think Star Ocean Till the End of Time, that was pretty good in its own right, but it's really hard to make a remaster that kind of surpasses the expectations of the original kind of deal, but I feel like they did this very, very well. There isn't too many things I can gripe about with it, so, I mean, thumbs up. That's all I can say about that. But anyway, I'm not here necessarily to give praise to this game. I mean, I think I've given it enough, and I think a lot of other people on YouTube, on Twitch, they've all basically, gave this game their roses, so I'm not going to continue to do that. What I would like to do is just discuss maybe the future of this series going forward, really, because this is potential here. This is where I think you can use this game as like maybe a guide to maybe further plan out this series. Just my history on the game, on the series in general. I played every one of them besides Star Ocean 6. And the biggest reason I didn't go on ahead and purchase the game and play that is because I had such a negative reaction to the fifth game. Was it Integrity and Faithlessness, I think? it was just that awful that I kind of lost hope. So, in my mind, this game it's kind of rekindled a little bit of hope for me. If Square Enix wanted to, I wouldn't have any issues with them giving Gem Drops access to this IP like almost full time. I mean, I don't have a problem with Tri-Ace, being there for, support. But it would be, I mean, just seeing what they did to this game, it only seems fair that they did that. The strength, I feel, of Star Ocean, it's kind of similar to, like, say, the Fire Emblem series and stuff of that nature. They do it a little differently, but to me, it's twofold. It's first off the world, and second of all, it's the characters. I mean, the story here, it's not like it's groundbreaking. It's not like, it's, Xenogears level of, of thought, of something that would be, like, groundbreaking in that way, Something where you could go weeks, months, years trying to parse out all these little references and stuff like that. This is very, meat and potatoes, I feel like, in terms of story. It's nothing really overly, convoluted or anything like that. But it's not that. It's the interactions with the characters, them talking to each other, being able to, express their feelings and stuff of that nature outside of the, of normal circumstances, Sometimes the best part's just them being kind of goofy once in a while. It's really it. So, I feel like that's a major strength. I don't know, I can't remember too far back. I haven't played till the end of time in a long time. I haven't played Star Ocean The Last Hope in a long time. Although I do remember there are some skits here and there. But I think that's their strength. And these characters are probably the strongest of the series. I mean, I'm trying to think back. The first game, I mean, aside from maybe the big four characters, Ronix, Roddick, Millie, Ilya, I mean, some of the characters are fun, but I can't remember them all. That's for sure. I just don't think they're as unforgettable. Third game? Yeah, I mean, I can remember them all. They're an enjoyable cast as well, really. But that's another story I have to go through. And fourth game, I feel like I can almost remember every character in that game. I remember them, but I can't remember the names. I remember Edge. That's about it. I mean, I think Raimi, FaZe. I remember Miria and Sarah and Armand. I can't remember everybody's names, see? So you can kind of realize where I'm going with this. I can remember everybody here. Obviously, I've just played it recently, so it's not too difficult at the moment, but I could probably remember them even before then, and I'll probably remember them years from now. I mean, they did a great job with it. And the other thing about this is, like I said, the world. I think it's really important to build a world, build a setting up, explore it. It's an RPG. The world is its own character, as far as I'm concerned. And, You know, that was a big issue with, I think, Star Ocean 5. It didn't seem like it was much of an enjoyable place to, you know, interact with, to be honest. So, I mean, but this game, and it has so much potential, so much growth. Anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit. It's been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go on ahead and just outright say it. They need to continue. If they're going to continue, if Gem Drops is going to continue to hold this IP, and they're willing to give it to them, I think they should continue to expand on Star Ocean, the second story, and their world, and their characters. That's just me. Because I think this has the best potential to, you know, for you know, marketing, for growth. After a game like this, no doubt. Because the characters are really good, not just, you know, Claude and Reyna, but there's so many characters that have, like, even main character, you know, potential, really. I mean, and one of them, well, two of them actually, I think Priestess and Leon, they're definitely capable. They definitely have potential, because they've already made a game with that. And it, you know, if you're not aware of it, it's only in Japan. I mean, there have been some fan translations and everything, but it's never been released. And it was released back in the days of the Game Boy Color. It was called Star Ocean Blue Sphere. And those were the initial two characters that you could play as. So I've heard. I've not really, I mean, I've read up on it a little bit. I don't know the entire storyline or anything like that. It's very vague. But, you know, if I was Gem Drops, that would probably be the next game I'd tackle. I would. Think about it. They remade the first game. It was a good game, but for the most part, I mean, I haven't played it. I played the original. I played, you know, the PSP version. And mostly it's just a few quality of life updates and stuff like that. It's a good first step for a studio. And then they turned it up to 11 with this game. Like I said, they stripped it down to its bare bones. They recreated the world all in 3D. It's quite amazing, really. And then, what would be more impressive at that point than take something that was on the Game Boy Color and just recreate it, kind of like this. I mean, that's next level stuff. And plus, it kind of, you know, checks off all the things I'd like to see him do. Bring back this world, bring back the characters. You know? I've heard stories about maybe, or you know, I've seen the board saying maybe they should work on Star Ocean 3 next, but I just don't think it's as, you know, impressive. I mean, the game's pretty much fleshed out. I feel like all you need to do with that is just put a fresh coat of paint on it. You know? So in my mind, I think that'd be the best thing. And even after that's been released, you know, continue with these characters, because I think they have so much potential. The other thing, and I don't know if you know the lore of Expel, but following this game, it basically only took them about 5 years to go from this to an actual full-fledged member of the Pan-Galactic Federation, which is freaking crazy. It would be very interesting to see if they can, You know, show that story. How did it get to that point? I mean, and that's also the big reason why I think they should continue, because there's a lot of lore there. Lore that I wish I could, you know, could explore a little bit more. So that's just me. My word of advice, since, you know, I'm sure everybody's asking my opinion, they should remake Star Ocean Blue Sphere. They should continue to work with these characters, continue to work with this setting, this time frame, you know. Continue to work with the Planet X spell. I want to come back here, you know, 2, 3, 4 years from now and see a slightly changed world. Maybe that shopkeeper over there might still be there. Maybe, you know, maybe they have electricity now. Who knows? But yeah, I want to see that growth. I want to see that, you know, progress. And I think you have plenty of good characters to do that. You know? And yeah, that's my opinion on it. It doesn't necessarily mean they can't continue making numbered Star Ocean titles if they so choose. But I think the biggest thing they could do to help this franchise is, like I said, really sell your characters. I'm sure there is fan art on the internet for all these characters. I'm sure I can find one. I'm sure I can upload it as a, you know, as a pic instead of on my YouTube account. But I rarely see them compared to like some of the other great games. No doubt. I mean, Final Fantasy, Xenoblade, Persona. I mean, this could have the potential to do that. I don't know why it wouldn't, if you're willing to work on it. Anyway, that was my spiel. Hopefully, you can kind of understand where I'm coming from, and maybe, you know, you agree with me, maybe you don't, but that's where I would want to go. Because I just don't think, you know, remaking Star Ocean 3 is really, or even demaking, because I've heard that maybe they want to do it with 3D graphics, sprite animations. I don't see the point. I really don't. But, I mean, they can do it if they want, but still. So yeah, that's, like I said, that's my opinion on the matter. Either way, whatever position you take on the situation, I guess, I feel at the very least we should all kind of praise this game and all try to, you know, kind of market it a little bit, you know? Word of mouth is the best way to get things out there. Let people know about this game, you know? Let people know that, you know, Square Enix did something right for once. Because I feel like sometimes they don't see it. They don't see things the way we do. So it's always good just to let people know, you know, and lavish praise on it. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. Hope everybody has a good day. See ya.